used, did you just disconnect at some point? It just said reconnection successful. Oh, come on, for fuck's sake. You're kidding me, right? I love my internet. Come on. Get back to the fucking video. Yep, there we are. Anyway, apparently new stream, because that's how Twitch likes to do these things. So yeah, we're seeing Radiant Typhoon, which it does look to be a very neat deck. I think Radiant Typhoon is kind of pretty cool. Like, they centered an archetype around MST, and, you know, MST is played at least at 2. Which, okay, I'll say that's, like, one thing, but, like, a lot of these decks where you base it around a couple of older cards, they do seem that you either play the older card at, like, 1 or 2, but very rarely at 3, right? Like, I mean, until Kyberman the Legend, and even then after, arguably, depending on what you're doing with Blue Eyes, do you play Blue Eyes at 3? There's no reason why you have to. A lot of people don't because they see Blue Eyes as a brick. So, I don't know, it's a bit weird where you get like decks themed around older cards, like the Gate Guardian pieces. A lot of people think you shouldn't actually play them at like 2 or 3, you should just be playing them at 1, you cycle the copies. Oh no, not a lot of people, but like I know some people do. That feels like all kinds of wrong. Maybe 3 is a little bit bricky, but on the other hand, like, you still need to cycle the cards. You've still got to have, like, accessibility. Target 2 cards, quick play spell. So, I want to get rid of this one first. That has to be done. So, Kyoto Waterfront. We're basically trying to bait out a monster effect. But yeah, of course, it's gonna be a little difficult, you know? That's fine. You shuffle them into the deck is unfortunate wording. Cyber Dragon. Thunder King. Well, apparently that works for some reason. Sure, battle phase. Were you not prepared for big beats? Doesn't seem so. Life hack. Okay. Yeah. Gets rid of my big monster. Does put a light monster in my graveyard. That's during the battle phase, you prick. Why would you do that? Why? It's not optimal. It's not right. You should just let me take the damage and leave it in the graveyard. What the fuck are you doing? They literally talked about this on, like, what is it, the most recent episode of Master Saga. Like, when people are whining online that, like, you know, their opponent's playing badly. Or was it on the most recent episode of Saga? Was it, like, just something that I read on, like, Master Duel subreddit? I can't remember which one. But regardless, it, like, yes, I know I'm that kind of person. I'm whining that the opponent is playing. Yeah, of course it's the second MST. Why wouldn't it be the second MST? Fuck off. But, like, Yes, I'm moaning about them playing badly and it's beating me, because, like, you know, why the fuck are you doing that? Why aren't you letting me take the damage? It helps you win faster. I take half damage, but from that attack I would have taken 25. You know what you had on board? 58. I would have died. We're going second. We get to choose. Hopefully this fucking works. You know, it's feeling less and less good. Well, you know, we have a contact fusion. We have a Book of Moon. I don't mind it. The opponent is on 60 cards. They're starting with a set. Ah. But they will put monsters on the field, apparently. My issue is that I'm not actually going to be able to clear that, and that the face down might be something of relevance. They can make, like, 2 rank 8s off this. I can kaiju one of them. I'm not sure how much it matters. Depending on the rank 8s, I guess I could, you know, just contact fuse them. But what are the odds they're making machine rank 8s? Like, pretty low, right? Well, where's Horus? Are you not going to dump Horus as well? Are the cards in your hand more important than getting... well... leaves field by an opponent's card effect. Well, psych, not a card effect. Start the damage step. Which means if they're face down, that doesn't matter. So... Jizukiru, I guess. Cyber Dragon. Tikbu. Man, fuck you. Oh wait, hold on. I think that technically works, it's just super negative. What type are you? Winged Beast, Beast Warrior? Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna put this down on my side of the field. I'm gonna put this down on yours. Yeah, that works. Granted, I don't need it to work like that anymore. But we're gonna do it anyway. We'll maintain the kaiju in hand. It's something. This should still... yeah, that works. That's 3-3 direct. Granted, they can just clear my whole board because this thing. And they're all different types, because of course they're all different types. But they are based on, like, you know, Egyptian... I want to say Egyptian deities, I'm not actually certain. Related cards. Oh no, they're all, I guess, servants of Horus, rather. Yeah, it's nice and fun stun deck, apparently. Is it just once per turn? So they can do it once. They can clear this with that effect. And they're playing the Black Flame Deity. Yeah. I mean, I was always going to win against this, right? If I don't draw exactly Cosmic Cyclone, I lose the fucking duel. Yeah, I mean, who fucking cares, right? Fun. I know I'm playing a deck that is also fun, because I'm just ignoring what... like, the whole point is that I don't have to focus on people's turns, right? Or at least I focus less on them. I just draw 2 kaijus, plus whatever I'm gonna do, right? And the rest of it should be board breakers that deal with it. But it's moderately annoying when you go against stun, for obvious reasons. The thing is, it's not... I don't know. Generator would have had a slightly easier time, because they just bricked. Man, I like that hand. We got a hand trap, possibly. We got 2 kaijus. We got the thing that puts the kaiju in the back row. And we got Buckaboon.
That's right, we made you go first. What's your thinking?
Are you scared? You shouldn't be. Okay. So it is Blue Eyes, which means the Bestial Sarano will come up. It'll do something. There's Blue Eyes. So they have Sage, which is full combo by itself. But they didn't start with Sage. They started with Maiden. Sage can add a level 1. Said level 1 can be normal summoned. You can get 1 Blue Eyes. You didn't use the True Light, right? Yeah, you haven't used the True Light, so the True Light can spec and the Link one can spec. My Saranir is not going to be of much use here. Bingo Machine Go is an odd choice. Also, do you already have Sage in hand then? I guess you must do. Jet and White. Fuck man, those are all bad. Candle Grave. Well, yeah, we can't activate anything in response to that anyway. But we can activate something in response to that one. And get that up there. They're gonna have... You didn't discard Bailiff, so, like, yeah, you've got a normal summon. Which means you can make the Link one, which means you can then get a second normal summon. I was not doing anything with the Saranai. He exists to be a body. He exists to be a mediocre threat to your life points at the moment. End phase. That's not all you can fucking do. That's moderately funny. Your opponent cannot target with card effects. Okay. So, yep. It's a normal spell. Okay, I'm pretty sure Field to the Grave, yeah. Well, do you want to summon Blue Eyes back out? You can. The whole point is me clearing the Blue Eyes so I can get a Kaiju on the... Well, it's me putting a Kaiju name on the field. It's not actually clearing the Blue Eyes. Oh, right. So there is a chance that the card they got is Jet Dragon. There is a chance. Okay. Fuck it. I'm not sure they know what they're doing, guys. Granted, my deck doesn't have a really solid game plan itself, but their deck has a game plan, and I'm just not sure they can follow it. The machinations of Blue Eyes are a mystery. 1, 2, 3 damage. Do you want to tribute someone from my field? No. Okay. Oh wait, no, they might. I think we just put the Book of Lunar Eclipse on the field, right? Surely. If they have something that threatens this, we can book it. We can't target Blue Eyes, but we can target, like, level 1 tuners. We can, what else can we target? We can target Synchros. Not that, like, if they get to a Synchro, it's a bit late by that point, but I'm not sure they're going to get to one in the first place. How are you doing? Of course I want to hop rank. Indeed. There comes the Blue Eyes White Dragon. Ever surprising. It's the one from the graveyard as well, which currently doesn't confirm or deny Jet Dragon. Right. So that gives them Tyrant Dragon, which is something we're going to need to Lunar Eclipse. I don't know what the defense of Tyrant Dragon is. Oh wait, hold on, that's targeting protection. Targets a Blue Eyes monster you control, banish, negate, destroy. Right. Pardon me. Oh, you're just going for like Big Beat Stick. Is it in fact Jet Dragon in hand? Has the tides already turned so rapidly? Jet Dragon. You don't have a trap in the grave. So, what's the play for like the next turn? Because this is targeting protection. And I'd expect maybe the book is the better bait, so I can just put this in the back row, but then the problem is I'm still open to like Blue Eyes. No, we're not going to do it. I'd rather draw into those, actually. They are just click button. That's probably the trap for Blue Eyes, if I had to guess. Right. The plot thickens. Ooh, that's such a good card. Give me that ad. Okay, never mind. It was Majesty. They recognize what a cash tier of Fenrir is. Well, you reveal one, you reveal at least another one. Oh, they did not get it. Okay, so we do Fenrir. Special Fenrir. Maybe the comeback indeed. Ash to stop that. I mean, that does allow me to just get rid of True Light. I think I have to get rid of True Light. And Fenrir can't attack over anything. So I just pass turn. They can retrieve the Majesty in the battle phase. However, they may activate a monster effect first? I don't fucking know. They could be doing many things. If they activate a monster effect first, it's possibly worth using the Fenrir effect. Depends what the monster effect is. Depends if they do. If not, I'm in a bit of a sticky pickle. Well, yeah, that's a pretty good card. This is also, without a doubt, by the way, the worst Blue Eyes player I've seen, right? They are not doing your average Blue Eyes plays. They are not doing them well for the few plays they are doing. But the problem is what they are doing is better than what I'm doing. Because I got True Light on the field. I didn't get a way to remove it in time. So now they have the Blue Eyes Pop. They still have the targeting protection, which this can bait out, but then like, okay, I've got one card. This does not count, I've got one card. Best I can hope for is Alpha. And that would be assuming Alpha doesn't get popped by the fucking trap. Yep. That'd be all she wrote, surprisingly. Okay, you're gonna use the glowy button. Glowy button. You have a thing. You can do a thing. Yes. Fucking oh, Jesus Christ. They do not know what they're doing. And it is that bad. Do I need to cut down on cards in this deck? Do I need to cut down on the Book of Lunar Eclipse? I like it. I think it's pretty damn good. I need this many kaijus. I'm not seeing any of them. Is it worth having the contact fuse with Sidra? Sidra is a body. It's a free body. 3 of this. What else is really good in a going second deck? What other monsters have I taken out from a going second deck? You just need to tribute a single monster, but that doesn't really do much. We've got Ray, who doesn't really do much either, because it gets into exactly one Link monster who can attack directly, foolish a card, and that's the extent of their power. We've got Vasky, who needs to tribute 0 attack monsters. I know there's a lot of effect monsters to look through, but I'm thinking there was some stuff that we got recently which isn't too bad. And so it's working on what they are. We've got Eschatos, which we are going second anyway. Grave and or Face Up Field. Machine, Thunder, Fiend, Dragon, Psychic, Insect, Aqua Worm, Sea Serpent. And then Assorted in the extra. You know, it might be worth putting a Shartos in. Three monsters with different types. I think that's reasonable. Actually, yeah, what do we have in relation to Ashartos? Target a banished monster. Right, how are we banishing a monster? Bestials? Maybe. Target banished monster. Target a banished nemesis. So it'd be exactly flag, really, right? These are, for the record, well, not the Thunder, but, you know, 2 monsters that are not in the deck, right? No Aqua's in the deck. 1 monster that is not in the deck. Must first. Okay, so you can actually, yeah, you can summon it with this. We can do flag for anything here. Is there anything that we're likely to banish? Not really. It is a banished monster as well. I guess the Nemesis cards work with the Cypherings. Yeah. Yeah, I guess they do. Because you can just use a Cyframe effect, it gets banished, you draw into a Nemesis, you put the banished driver back, and then you've got a body on the field as well as having stopped something your opponent was going to do. We could Foolish a Dark Monster. Oh, I'm so dumb. I think that is worth it. Thank you. Cider is a free level 5. But Armageddon Knight just being, you know, dump Destrudo is pretty decent. It's also a different type. We're playing max copies of the kaijus we do own. We have Dark Monster. I completely forgot about this. It also procs like Shadol effects, so I guess we probably should have been playing it when we were doing Shadol things. Are there Dark Monsters we want in the grave? Dark Effect. TY. It narrows it down a little bit. Not enough, I don't think. We could play every card here because they all mention graveyard, you know? No. You special summon an orchestra from your hand, right? We talked about that last time. You can send Squamata to send a Shadol, so it's basically double Foolish. Which is a spellcaster. And then there are some unique type Shadols. During the end phase, if the card in your handle's graveyard, special summon it, but place it. You can discard a card, add a level 7 Dark Dragon. Oh right, and this just adds to Strudo. We'll put that one in. It's another 7, right? Opponent activates a monster effect, special this, send the top 3 cards of your deck to the grave, which is probably not good for us. Fusion summon 1 monster by placing materials mentioned. Chaos, Light in the Dark, no. Got something to do with machines. I don't think this is too bad, actually. I think there's worse. Do we have spellcasters? I'm pretty sure we don't have a spellcaster. Oh yeah, there's also the one in Alpha that I forgot. Caius. Yeah, we contribute Caius on the opponent's turn. Banish 1 light or 1 dark, spec it, it's level 8. But yeah, we wouldn't really want to, I don't think. It might genuinely be worth putting in a rank 7. There's no reason for this. Yeah, if it was destroyed. Sent from the field, yeah. Yep, not really a reason to do that either. From your graveyard if it was there, or hand even if not, yeah. And what about you? If sent to the graveyard, look at the top 3, place them from your deck in any order. Set it in the field, otherwise send it to the graveyard, which makes it potentially an extra foolish. I think we probably got what we want to put in the grave. Unless I'm missing something. But I think that's probably it. It's also something more we can do for like the Yubel deck. We can just dump Yubel to the grave. Dark Machine. Oh yeah, we have that for Orcust as well. Do we have the Baby Spider thing? You can control no monsters, you can special this from your hand, you can tribute this, cannot special them from the extra deck's Baby Spider. So we do, but it requires searching off Piri. It's not a fiend. So yeah, probably not worth. We've got our Bestials. Yeah, we've probably exhausted the list of options, right? I don't think there's going to be anything else that jumps out at us that is amazing, because otherwise we probably would have remembered it or been playing it in some other deck generally. Like, you're still a Chaos monster. Yeah, and like we wouldn't be sending anything to the graveyard. Minimum 1. That works with exactly a 6, which granted we have a few of. It works with the other ones too, but it works like best with a level 6. Do we have ways to search the 6s at the moment? No, we have ways to put them in the grave, but not ways to actually get them. It adds exactly a level 7 Dark Dragon. That is technically removable, but just like not good enough, honestly. No, I think we say that that's like a deck. We try that out. Give it a quick reversion. Go again. Turn to a bust. The name stands. Our opponent stands. We get to choose. Second. I don't think this deck has a great win rate. I do not reckon the win rate is going to drastically improve in the next 5 minutes. But I will give it its fair shot. We drew the Destrudo. We can still send, like, Armageddon Knight or just something, you know? We can send a Bestial target. And the opponent has surrendered. Don't ask me why. Because I will not be able to explain. Man, what the fuck? I think they may or may not have been hurt by Malice. I'm just saying maybe. I'm also saying the rest of their deck is awfully bad. Yeah, if you don't open the Horus cards, I can understand why they quit. Okay, apparently I do understand, but it does take looking at the deck first. Master Pack time. We've got some pretty decent cards so far for the couple of wins we have had. We got Fiendsmith, we got Nightmare Throne. Just give me a sec, I'm gonna pick up something, well, something, my cup of tea. Move it to a more reachable location. There we go. Right. Okay, we've got a Gravekeeper, Hungry Burger, Aqua Mirror, and nothing new. I think we already have 3 of the Kyoto Waterfront, so unfortunate. What about this one? Okay. Morphotronic support. DD Assailant isn't the worst card. Rank 7 we already have. Burden of the Mighty. Each time it's changed, okay. And then, yeah. Burden of the Mighty is, like, fine. But it's also, like, so bad. It's only 100 times the level. And there are 2 extra deck monsters. 2 kinds of extra deck monsters that do not have levels, you know? Also, what about all the really broken level 1 mech lords, you know? Well, he's gonna pick first, right? He's playing Blue Eyes. Surely. Indeed, he picks first. You know, safe again. The one good thing about playing a go second deck in Master Duel is that for the majority of the time you'll just be able to go second. Your opponents want to go first, you want to go second. So you win the coin toss, you pick second. You lose the coin toss, you have 50-50, realistically better odds, of also going second. Banish 10, draw 2. I still don't understand people playing Desires. Like, with the exception of a deck that wants to banish as much as possible, like Gren Marju for attack values, then, you know, it just doesn't make sense. Well, you're not playing Blue Eyes. The question is, how many Zodiacs do you put on the field? Because I don't actually know. If you're just putting the 1 on the field, then that's, you know, that's cakewalk. we're done. But if you're putting any more than that, we might have a problem. It also depends about what the rest of the hand is. There's Hammerkong. I believe Chakanine was the one that detaches to like summon another one. So I think it's just Dryden. Oh no, sorry, it's Tiger Mortar that does it, isn't it? Yep. So what's the play? Double Dryden? Are you making UFD? We will find out in a minute or two. I don't know. That's just the one monster. It's just big. Are you making Dryden, but a Dryden that actually has, like, effects other than just destroy a card? There's Bulbo. With 4 materials. And that's the play. Alright. Not what I expected in the slightest. Kyoto Waterfront. That resolves. Alright. Have a Gaiju. Goodbye. 1. Give us a Kaiju. Clockwork Knight. Everything Machine. Which I'm not actually sure if that just kills it. No, it doesn't. Alright. I think we just leave it there. We only have Swords of Concealing Light and another Kaiju, so... If that was the best they had, then, like, you know, we're fine. But for some reason, I doubt it. They've got a 6-card hand. You've got to be able to do something. Second Tenki, sure. I mean, hey, that's another Zodiac, right? Yeah, there's Thoroughblade. Summon Thoroughblade. Yes, no, no. Surely you would have done it by now if you were going to. So, do not have a zoo card to discard? Or is it just connection bad? Will take a while to do this. Raigeki. No, they do not in fact have a zoo card to discard. I do like the fact that they think that my monster was a quick effect, apparently. Anyway. Eggsy Summon. What are we making? Jack 9. Is it just going to be like the same ladder as last time? I didn't even check how many monsters are in your extra. Alright, so you've used 6 from your extra. You did have a full extra, indeed. It is like zoo. It's just... yeah, sure. Bulbo does something when he has like 100 materials. 12 or more materials. I don't think they're getting to 12. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay. Tiger Zodiac. They're not even doing that. There's Dryden. You have a once per turn, soft once, quick effect, target destroy. So you can target the Kyoto, but it can protect itself. You're making another... Is it Zeus? It is Zeus. Are you going to do it now? Because that is the smart play in this scenario. Yeah. Unfortunate, but it happens. I mean, I can just kaiju them again, but then I am left with, like, very little. Cosmic. Did I bother even setting the... I don't think I even bother setting the Cosmic. I know that, like, any zoo does the whole thing, but it also doesn't give them a lot of attack. Like, at the moment, if I draw a kaiju next turn, I'm okay, to a degree, because I can just kaiju this, and then, like, book the kaiju, and then just summon this one. Or summon the other kaiju. It literally doesn't matter which one I summon. I could also get a non-kaiju, like Fenrir. I mean, yeah. Why not? Backrooms. Anyway. It's only 3,900. It is not a lot, but they are apparently struggling to put up damage. I'm also apparently struggling to draw monster cards. Okay, you're going to do the effect. Discard Zoo, draw one card. Can you put up 3,900? No. I can, like... Jesus Christ, that's bad. Can I draw a monster? Like, is there a monster in my deck that is not summonable in this scenario? Is a Shartos summonable? I think it's exactly a Shartos that is not a summonable monster. Okay. They don't have a normal summon. You gotta be kidding me, right? You need one guy. I need one guy. Anything. This is actually miserable. I'm gonna set this because that feels better than just using Raigeki for one and possibly still losing. I don't think the Cosmic... Oh, there have to be two monsters. Do I have Book of Moon? Do I have just, like, actual Book of Moon? I have one. It is not a structure deck card. I can play it. I have 3 of this. I'm really heavy on the monsters. It'd be nice to see some. Is Swords of Concealing Light just not the play? It feels like it has been. We don't need... Oh, I didn't even put in an extra monster to replace. Xyz 7, right? We decided, because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 7s. I have 4 6s, 3 9s, 3 10s, and 11, 3 8s. I'm not counting Destrudo as a 7, because the only time he counts as a 7 is after being used as a synchro material with a lesser monster, and that means putting another extra deck monster into a 7. So I could make a Rise Heart. It is just macro on legs, right? Yeah. Let's, for the moment, give it to a Rise Heart as a slot. And we might, what is it? We might change it around in a minute. But speaking of things we're changing around in a minute, I will be right back. And we are in fact back, so let's get out of this duel. I've seen enough K9 and enough Vanquished Soul. Right, let's get back to the regular ladder. We are apparently just really, really suffering with this deck. We have won a few games, like 3, maybe? I don't know. I think for the go in second deck, we probably, like... I think it's correct to do a test, like, how many... okay, how many times does the server get no response? How many times do you actually go second? Probably. Because the times that you go first with this deck, you do just kind of lose on the spot, right? Unless you get a very specific hand for, like, the matchup, right? And, or it's like, what's the most interactive going first hand you could have? You could get, like... You probably want a deck thin. Oh, come on. My signal's fine. You gonna punish my opponent for... Wait, no. Why would the opponent have reason? Yeah, it's just no response from the game server again. Fantastic. I mean, hey, we're very likely to go second. 90% of games, you know. I don't think it's a great loss, that opponent. Like, damn, we lost the coin toss. Is it another... Like, what is up with the server? My connection is fine. Like, it's not grand. We've already had, like, stream down once, but, like, come on. I am here. I assume my opponent is as well. Alright, we pick second. Like, the coin toss result is done quick. We actually get into a game. The connecting thing has disappeared, okay. But yeah, what is the most interactive thing we could do? It's possibly Wraithsoth to get Fenrir. Fenrir to summon and search for Ogre. Normal summon Armageddon. Dump the... What is it? Dump Strudo. Synchro for the Cyphrane. And then you have, I don't know, a Bestial in hand or something like that. That might be a Cosmic as well. Oh, right, that's something. We're not playing Forbidden Droplet at the moment. We don't actually have monster negation. We're just hoping that flipping them face down does it. Right. So, even if they do, like, the full double negate board, we can kaiju one of them. Do we want to start with Waterfront, or do we want to start with Wraithsoth? Because the thing is, they're going to have an Omni. Like, if we say the minimum is that they succeed in, like, the double synchro line, they're going to have two negates. One of them is an Omni, the other one's exclusively monster. So you can do Wraithsoth. Assuming they know the game, they will definitely negate the Wraithsoth. Which means then you can just stack the Kyoto, Kaiju, get you a counter, summon the Alpha, Alpha bounce the Kaiju, Kaiju again, Alpha again, which means you've cleared their board. You can then Armageddon dump Destrudo target the Armageddon, that makes Yazi. Yazi for the True Light, which means they're left on nothing. And at this point you probably have enough that you can search yourself another Kaiju. And of course, using the Yazi effect gets you to level 4, which means if you want, you could make the Super Heavy Samurai and banish a card from the field, if there was one remaining. Field spell might be at that point. I'm a little confused as to what they're doing though, because that is not the 9 that you normally summon. Right, unfortunately they have the trap, and that is a big unfortunately. Veiler is less of an issue. Okay, they're making Baron. No, they're making Cool Tune B2B. Right. Oh, we drew the fucking Mirage Dragon. Right. Fire it now or hold your peace, I guess. I'm gonna get to a Kashtira. I'm getting to a Kashtira. We get Fenrir. So we now go Waterfront, which is like the next most threatening thing. Let's see. The Waterfront is now protected. We can Alpha. Yeah. 1, 2. Nope, just the one. Alright. Special Fenrir. I don't know what this face down is, which does unnerve me a little bit. Vela. Did I know they had Vela? Add a Kaiju. And in this case, we just add this one. Special Kaiju. There we are. Vela. Of course, just draw the double Vela. Third Vela? A little further along. There we are. Pay half. Target. Okay, summon. Right. What can I make? Many things. But I think the only one that makes sense is Yardley. Is there any point for putting a second worm in the deck? I don't think there is. Also, it puts that back at 1 counter. 1, 2, goodbye. True Light effect. Above the field. Battle phase. Fenrir is negated anyway. We're not going to bother. And you're negated as well, but that is just 33 to the face. And end turn. Right, so I have a Fenrir live. They don't have so much. That is something though. I'm at half-life, which makes me vulnerable. Why is this something that you're playing though? Your tuners can make second attack. Monster effect, target tuner on your graveyard or banishment accepted 10. Add to your hand or special summon, then you can synchro summon at synchro. You're not a tuner though. I don't know what you added. Wishes, raw, wishes. Okay, raw. Are you then doing Maiden? Most unwise. I guess I probably should have banished the field spell then. Sure. Screw me. You're going to banish the one, or shuffle the one back from the field, so you do get a destruction. Okay, and you're just going for the Tyrant Dragon, which means you can get True Light back, or you can get Majesty back. That really fucking sucks to go second, doesn't it? Granted, I do believe of... Yeah, no. It just doesn't do it, does it? I don't think I'm... I don't think I'm dead here. You haven't used wishes. No? Okay, apparently that's not what you need. Fuck you for the last the last card was Tactics. What fucking hands? I can't get anything half as stacked as what my opponents draw. And that's for someone who didn't even do like the full Blue Eyes combo either. I would have found that shit so fucking hard. This is not turning out quite as well as I'd hoped. I didn't have the illusions that it would like be just the best thing on the face of the earth, but like, I thought it'd be better than this. I got a Bystial, I got a removal spell, and I've got a potential removal spell. But they look like they're doing a fusion deck. So one of these removal spells is not like the others. Evil Hero. For a tribute summon. Yeah. That one. Is this the other kind of player that exists in Plat? Yeah, apparently so. That's the entire turn. You're not getting your draw. Sorry to break it to you like this. The two kinds of players you can run into in Plat 5. You can run into Blue Eyes, who just kind of has everything. That's not really an issue. And then you can run into Hero, who has nothing. Armageddon does have slightly more attack. But the Bystial is a rank level 6. Yazi. Yazi 26. Psyframe. I think we can just make Zeta. I think we use this. I've still got Book of Lunar Eclipse, which won't, like, stop things, but it prevents them from making, like, link monsters with it, you know? So... I could gain life. Right. Yeah, I think we just do this. Weird message. I don't know what the is supposed to be in any of that. Oh, I summoned from the extra deck. You get Lost Wind back, right. the fact that, like, Twitch so far has not actually been particularly wrong with, like, suspicious messages and everything, sure. And yeah, I can understand my opponent quitting in that case. Not that I had a lot afterwards, but they don't know that. What kind of a pile are you on? Is it just actual hero? You've just drawn the worst possible combination, but you're also playing a whole bunch of cards you shouldn't be playing. I don't feel that's particularly controversial, you know. Also, boo for you. Do not pass go. Do not collect £200. Straight to jail. Right, 4 legacy tickets. Could be anything. The legacy tickets haven't been quite as good as the master packs. But the master packs, you know, we've had more cards overall. Well, yeah, more cards overall, I think, from them. Speaking of heroes, absolutely awful cards, right? Joe Barnacle is neat, but not great. What about the Master Pack? Okay, we got Battling Boxer, Wheel of Prophecy, another Plague Spreader. Oh, that's something we could do. It is a level 6 Synchro. I don't know if we have anything that's worth making as a level 6, but we should look into that. And we got a possible shiny card. Just how shiny? Oni. The 15th Barbar. Instant Contact. More hero support. My favourite. Man, that's awful. It is a level 7. Or level 6. Which either gives us a non-tune or an Xyz material. It does give us a brick in the extra, but like, that's possibly fine even. Dynamist Charge is probably the best Dynamist card. And so it's nice to get more copies of it. I mean, some hero decks play it. Well, that's the thing, like, it is a decent card. For us, it just represents a body, right? We'd be using it in the same way that people play Instant Fusion. It doesn't lock us, right? Yeah, it doesn't actually lock you into hero. So we would be using it for something like... does it cheat? Ignoring its summoning conditions. So yeah, we'd be unironically using it for something like Ball. Or, you know, Dark Nears, that kind of deal. Because that, you know, makes us able to get 2 Wallow or Rise Heart. Or it could possibly combo with the Assault Synchron, the Yamatako. If we use the 6, it means that we get to one of these two. If we use the 7, then it would mean we get Spark Dragon. So, it's not all that bad. The problem is 2 extra deck slots for the versatility. I mean, you can argue that maybe we don't play Star Eater anyway, so you can cut that. But then, the next slot after Star Eater is the rank 6 or rank 7, which kind of nullifies the point of Instant Contact a little bit. Unless we particularly want one of these live. Let's do it. Ballman. Contact. Gives us a body. Level 6, which means it's better for our synchro plays. It's easier for us to get into a body, I think. Because, you know, they're both single tribute and light and dark is so stupidly common. And yeah, it's the other half of this thing. It's also an effect monster, which, you know, makes it better for the link monsters we have. So yeah. That did save, didn't it? Oops, not change accessories. Yeah, cool. Okay, onward. Next duel. Surely we'll get some wins in. We haven't been going for, like, close to 2 hours. I know this one, this stream doesn't say that, but the other one ended, I think, about 50 minutes in or something like that. Because reasons. Ah, you will connect me to this game. I picked going second, damn it. Yes, good. And we got a kaiju. We got Kaiju Reborn Cyclone Lunar Eclipse and a Bestial, which is not terrible. I mean, depending on what we reborn from them, we could possibly Synchro or Xyz summon. We could steal their boss monster, maybe. By tributing it first. Right. Well. It's a light monster. You know? I mean... Ah, fuck it, that'll do. Right, Radiant. Thunder King. Saranir. And I can't get the Radiant back to my field under the guise of Reborn because you can only control one Kaiju. No, they're actually using the effect. They have rocks in deck. Pray tell, what do you send? Magnet. Okay. Main 2. We're gonna set 2. I could steal the magnet, but I don't think it gets me anywhere, you know? This has got to be a bot, right? Melodious Magnet. Doesn't feel like a proper deck. The only bit, like, Melodious gives you pen scales for light monsters, right? That it gives you pretty easy access to, like, a body or something. I don't know how many bodies. But I can't imagine you... Yeah, no. It's just stuff. It's things. Am I seriously going to be buckamooning these guys so I can just protect my one Saranir? Cost me damage, that's the other bit. Oh, they're going to be attacking him with the Ogre Raptor first. Sure. End the game faster, please. Oh, you're dumping another rock. Is it another Magnet Warrior? It is another Magnet Warrior. Are you going to do it again? Are you going to dump a third one? Is this the worst Magnet deck that I have ever seen? It might be the worst Magnet deck I've ever seen. It's a once per turn. It's just a soft once per turn. Do I steal a Magnet from their graveyard? Sure, why not? How much damage can I be doing? 15, 7. It's not enough. We'll just take it anyway. I want to speed this up a little bit. Doesn't really matter, it's just going to be protected one time. Unless I just decided... Yeah, no, okay, I think I needed to do that sooner. Oh well. I completely forgot I had Cosmic set. Head empty, raid off, opponent dump, you know. They're dumping all the magnets. See, this is the kind of interesting gameplay that is truly worthy of being platinum, you know? This feels like you find it in silver. Well, I guess everyone's going to get through that at some point. Playing a Masochist deck, you realise that, like, you know, climbing the Master ladder is a lot like, you know, learner drivers learning to drive. They're going to get there at some point. And at one point, then they're going to actually manage the game reasonably well. They're going to manage to drive on the road relatively okay. S-Force. Really? Really? What? Is it just Master Packs? Is it the new... It's got to be just Master Packs when you're opening something like this, right? Also, you're using the effect of only just... What does it even do? You have a... Okay. Congratulations. I might just Cosmic the field spell. Just to up my spell use, you know? Up the amount of times I've banished an opponent's card. You gotta up some of your stats, and, you know, eventually get those weird rewards like, you know... What is it? The crown, the chest, the bike, the football... You know, the object mates that Master gives you if you just activate enough cards. There's no way it's not a bot, right? It could be a Masochist deck, but I just don't think it is. Attack the big kaiju. End the game, please. Okay, cool. They did. That took a little bit longer. No. I guess I could have ended it earlier if I just, you know... If I just hit the field spell. And we also finally leveled up to 30. Look at that. Crazy work. Master Packs, please. We only have 2 tickets, so we're going to leave those for a little while. Right. I've been bigging up the Master Packs the whole stream. They gave us Nightmare Throne. They gave us Fiendsmith Engraver. Now what do you give us? You give us cards that we have seen 1,000 times before. And a Harpy Harpist. Normal summon to target another winged beast you control, one face-up monster your opponent controls. Yeah. So it's removal. It's going second, but, you know, it's removal. I also don't think Harpies is something that we are really going to be playing as a serious deck. What about this pack? Come on, you've supposedly got something shiny. Different Cosmo. Banish this, special summon a level 4 or higher from hand. Pay 1,000, target psychic type Cosmo engraved, summon it. That feels a fairly redundant effect. Because, like, if Cosmos are working, they are banishing themselves. Well, cards we've seen 1,000 times before, you know? Duels we have played 1,000 times before and 1,000 times again. The life point total tends to, you know, go down to 0 when you see win or surrender. We get to choose. We go in second. It's not good for the stream's win rate, but we're trying it. We're giving the deck a fair shot. It sucks. It's not good. Do I put Armageddon Knight in my regular deck? I'd completely just forgotten it sends a Dark, and if it sends to Strudo, that is a level 7 Synchro, which is really good. But it does then compete with Condemned Maiden and Lopter for the normal summon. I also have to remove 3 cards, and as it is, I'm really bad with that. The generator deck sits at like 47, 48 cards. Am I looking at counter fairies? I might be. That is 1 set. That is 2 sets. Do I hear 3? Do I hear 4 set cards? Didn't even get to 3. Alright. Alright. Waterfront. I think it is Counter Fairies. Or Masochist. So the field spell was on the field, but not properly on the field, I guess. Right. That's a quick effect halve. We're going to activate this effect. We're going to get rid of this one from the grave. We're going to summon... do that. What do we think? Target card in your... Okay. 1 card in your opponent's graveyard, detach 1 or 2, then activate, return. So yeah. What am I doing in this case? I think I am summoning Gardala. That was just the wrong order to do it in. Wait, you just don't care about the monster you have, and you just negate its effects? Right. It's got 2 on the field. Right. Okay, so we're doing this. I don't have a light in my grave. I could put one. Well, I don't even need to. Right, so what we're doing is we're doing this. We're removing 3 to search. And we're gonna get... I guess we're gonna get Radiant. Did I think this through? I don't think I thought this through. Oh, right, I just need the 3 count. I keep forgetting. I forget a lot of things. 1, 2, 3. Like, it doesn't cost the counters to search. So... this one's just stuck there. We do this. And we instant contact for Mudball Man. Ball. Which puts us back up to 2 counters. And there we go. That feels pretty decent. I don't think this is the kind of deck where, you know, stealing a monster from their graveyard is going to be that impactful. But maybe it will. Does that resolve? It does. Oh, and it can add a Shatos. That is extra mean. I'm doing it, though. I guess here it does just add dragon, doesn't it? Which is probably why it's limited. The sheer range of flexibility Magnamut has. Okay. What are we doing? Is it just a bot? Maybe it was a bot the whole time. They thinking about it. Yeah, go for it. Could steal that for a synchro and make a level 10 synchro. I could also summon out the Arch Nemesis, the Shatos, but there isn't a point. As it is, the time taken to win some of these games or lose them is already pretty considerable because we got to, you know, go through the opponent's first turn. So we should probably just, where we can do minimal actions, do minimal actions. It could be a Masochist deck. I'm a little surprised that this is the kind of how it looks. It's either that or it is a bot. But I'd reckon... Actually, no, it's more likely that it's a bot with the kind of spell traps that it's playing. Trying to analyze the person on the other end of the screen is probably not good use of time. Goki Pole's pretty good. Meteor Dragon's fine. It is technically a fusion material for a monster. Hidden Soldiers is not Union support. Level 4 lower Dark Monster from hand. And Dynamist Eruption. Do we have a decent Dynamist pool by this point? I imagine we must do. We've got Charge. I think we've got Howling. We've got a number of the Pendulums. Okay, we've got a Shiny on the end. We've got Duplicates in the front. We've got Duplicates nearly all the way. If special summoned, to increase or decrease if sent to the graveyard. So that's a flexible spot. Do we have situations where we want to make a 6 or where we can make a 6 and nothing else? It's pretty rare. You're looking at Assault Synchron plus Perulia. I think that's it for this deck, you know. For the Generator deck, you're looking at Assault Synchron locked to Assault, Condemned Maiden, Assault, what's it? The one I just said, Perulia. Whole wave of duplicate cards. Jesus Christ. We get some interesting stuff, don't we? That's the thing, the Mass Pack has actually, like, just got increased, like, recently, right? Because, like... how do you... All cards, newly added cards. What do you mean new? Wait, I'm so confused. That's... Why does it show it like that? But, like, yeah, they've added a whole bunch of, like, new cards and everything. Check Dynamis. Yeah, we'll check Dynamis. We could do, like, a Sidra Dynamist thing. Right? They're all machine. They're all, like, level 5s. There we go. Relateds. Okay, so, like, we don't have Rex, and we don't actually have Howling. But we do have every main deck name except Rex. We have Spinos, who is, like, 5,000 damage by itself. We don't have the field spell. 5,000 damage by itself. I don't think there's anything that, like, actively boosts it. Doesn't look like it. If this card is tributed, you can add a face-up Draco Slayer Dynamist from your extra deck to your hand. Target a Draco Slayer or Dynamist, summon it. Are any of them locked in solo mode? I don't think so. I think it's like, if you take a look, that's in Master Pack and the Advanced Warriors. I expect that's, well, actually, yeah, Advanced Warriors is packed, so yeah. None of the remaining cards we're missing are locked behind solo mode. And everything else we've obtained from either Master Packs or from Legacy Packs. So, Dynamist is, like, playable enough. And then we could play it with Sidra, I guess. It's something. We could do rank 5s. We can Pendulum Summon. But we can only Pendulum Summon 5s. I guess we now have a target for the Plague Spreader, right? Because we just got that level 6 Synchro. How many normal summons do we have in this deck? I'm pretty sure it's just the Armageddon Knight. The Orochi sometimes. But that's kind of all. Yeah. I don't think there's a reason to play Plague Spreader. I think as is fine. Alright, see if we can get another win. Hopefully we can. It'd be real nice to be able to rank up with this deck. Because it only takes like 4 wins, but we've seen how hard that is to get with this deck and with many others. We lost the coin toss. And we lost the coin toss. Can you fucking believe it? What's wrong with my opponents? Okay, hold on. Sure we do this. Ball. Normal summon. Special summon. Now, do we think Zeta? Or do we think Yazi? I think Zeta. He's gonna lose his attack, like, immediately after. We have Zeta, we have Lunar Eclipse. Fight me. Why'd you make me go first? It is a going second deck. And what are you playing that makes you want to go second? Also very important questions. You've taken a time to think on it. Dark Ruler no more. Okay, like one monster. Which, okay, noted. Yeah, the Synchro monster gains the effect. Ice Barrier. Is it just Ice Barrier? Ice Barrier wants to go first. And 100% if they actually do anything, I just, like, book the extra monster, right? They've got a full extra. They've got 4 cards left in hand. They're really considering their plays. Alright, send this. If sent, add. Add goes through. So I guess if they have, like, a normal summon for a non-tuner, that's what I'm kind of trying to hit. I'm trying to hit a non-tuner normal summon. Oh wait, no, it's a special summon. Right, so we let that resolve, basically. That's gonna hopefully convey something about what they're doing. And then we can book a Lunar Eclipse on the back of it. I don't... it does target. Okay, so what does that do? So, yeah. We do that now. We get rid of this one. 1, 2. Book of Moon, you can't use some synchro material. So you got this engrave. And you've got a way to get it back. But yeah, you don't control 3 or more ice barriers. Your face downs aren't effects, so you have to get another monster on the field. Oh, no, okay, that works. Fucking love it. You want to know the thing? Going second with this would have been fantastic. Leaves the field because of an opponent's card. Damn crazy. They get to punish me by summoning an ice barrier synchro from their extra deck while I control nothing. Crazy. And they just keep going. Because they won the coin toss, decided they're a go second deck now. This is exactly what I want, you know? It's on the rank up and everything. Are there any draw spells I could put in this fucking deck? I don't think so. 4, 4, 5, 1. So you can synchro 9 for Trish. You can synchro 13. You can synchro 10. I mean, what am I supposed to do? The thing is, I really don't understand why they're playing Ice Barrier as a Ghost second deck. Like, if you don't draw Dark Ruler no more in this scenario, it goes, like, just a lot worse for you, right? Like, correct me if I'm wrong. I know that there's the argument they could just, you know, have Imperm, they could have, Chalice even, like, Droplet, so many other cards, but, like, you want to go first with this deck. I mean, look at this. You want to go first. You can make Baron in this deck. I'm pretty sure you're not locked into Waters at any point. So now you get to banish this, you get to banish something from Grave, whoop-de-doo. And yes, I am enacting the, you know, the other funny joke of if card right way round, fun, if card upside down, bad. You thought I was going to use that again? It doesn't even have a banish effect. Why? You hit me with that wall, but okay. Fuck, man. I could have got any fucking monster. Any fucking kaiju. And I got the one that's equal stats. Who said I was going to activate a card or effect, you fucking idiot? Then the other thing, yeah, my stats are just being dropped for the giggles. Because this thing exists. I don't have anything, they just have everything. I am a little tilted, not gonna fucking lie. We can rely on 90% of opponents picking, you know, first, except for the ones that fucking matter. Like, realistically, overall, right? I'd say at least 70% of the Master Duel player base wants to go first, right? I think that's a very safe thing to say, minimum 70%. And I'm in the, you know, let's say I'm in the 30% that wants to go second then. Fantastic, honestly. But then I'm in the 30% that wants to go second. That means I should win not 50, not 75% of my coin tosses. Is it 75%? I don't know. Sure. I don't know why you surrendered, but go for it. Make my day. We were going to try and be very optimistic about this, but it's been such a grind for so little. Another Time Lord that we aren't playing. More cards that we aren't playing. Come on, man. You add so many normal and rare cards. Can I not pull, like, current pack filler instead of old pack filler? Is that a real painful thing to ask? Because apparently it is. Fucking Christ. Well, okay, it's a new card. I wanted new cards. I have a new card. It's a new boss that needs me to banish 5 cards from the graveyard. Right. And that's a new card. That's actually really damn good. Shame neither of them are royals. We could do with, like, just some extra packs at this point. Because we're getting to it, like, it feels very, very stagnant. I know we're getting, like, we are slowly getting cards that boost strategies that we're playing. But it just feels so slow to do it. I don't know. Of course it's going to feel slow to do it. We're playing Masochist. We're getting random cards every pack. And there, look at that. We're going second. That's all it takes. The average opponent to roll up. And then you're going at your desired place. Second, you have a kaiju. You have a removal spell. You have another removal spell. A pseudo removal spell. And you have something to get your body. And they're going to try and rip a card from my hand. Do you enjoy what you see? I don't think they enjoy what they see. I can just put DPE on my side of the field, you know. It is an option. I could just, like, move him to the back rooms. The thing is, if I used DPE's effect to destroy itself, then, like, you know, I'm the person who immediately suffers. I can tribute summon my, what's its face? I can tribute summon my Radiant if I'm really down. Do you think they're going to be able to put Aqua Dolphin back on the field? I guess that's the question, right? Because if they can put... you need... What does Aqua Dolphin require? If you control a monster with a greater attack. Okay. So it seems like it's constructed hero. But how much do you do versus, like, a proper Go Second deck that actually has Go Second cards? Alright, let me quickly dupe tab on, and just go to my creative dashboard for a sec. The other one was an hour and 8, so yeah, we're coming close to time. Alright, Link 3. No, just another Link 2. Add up to 2 of the fusion materials. So you can add Neos. Banish summon Mali. So, Soul Exchange seems like it's a really good card in this case, but the other thing is that I do need to get rid of the fucking Destiny hero. Oh, and that's not a bad one. Yeah, sure. As Dark Law. And you can't sense your opponent's graveyard is banished instead. That's fine. What about your graveyard? Just saying. Right. I'm trying to think about the best way of doing this. Put Dark Law in the back row. I'm trying to bait, like, some kind of monster effect from them. I don't really know what. Okay. You get Diffusion. And that gives you Contrast. So, book a moon. Target Contrast. Do you want to negate it for free? Of course you do. Of course you want to negate it. Why would you not? So... right. Special Kaiju by tributing this. Then we do Tactics. Are we trying to draw? I can get DPE back, who is an 8, which doesn't feel like it helps. I think we're drawing. Oh, no we're not. Fuck you too. Alright, we're getting something back from the Yugioh graveyard. I guess I want to take DPE. Which, granted, is not as much use in his graveyard as it is in mine. Or in my grave. It's not as use as... I'm just... Of course they had an Ash Blossom though, right? The thing is, what do? I take control of the Contrast hero, right? And then I make a Link 2 into, what? Fucking Haggard? Is that it? I make a Link 2 into Haggard Lizardos? Because it's either Transverser, Sebek, or Lizardos, and I don't think any of those are good. And yeah, the thing is, now they get their DPE back, which really fucking sucks. So, the least I can do is save them the trouble. Which doesn't even work. And now they get its effects because, yeah, it's fuck's sake. You just had Ash in hand as well, didn't you? Because why wouldn't you? I had a fucking amazing hand. Now it just doesn't fucking matter. Yay. Well, that's fucking depressing. One more. Last duel. Final duel. Come on, we can get one win. It's been fucking hell in this rank. Why? I'm not playing awful decks. I know this one's like not great. But the generator one shouldn't have struggled so fucking much in Plat 5. Removal spell, summon into... so yeah, we've got 3 summons. We got a removal spell, we got a read one. Surely this is going to work this time. Surely. I mean, if your opponent's going to start with that, yeah, Garrett probably will. On the other hand, they've got to be bricked on something, and that's not always good. Like, I'm not sure that Armageddon is going to resolve, just for example. Yeah, that's not really the draw there. Right. Make it happen. Right, send Destrudo. Now that works, surprisingly. Supposedly. Rather funny misspeak. Alright. Do I still have the... I still have the 11, right? Yeah. Summon a vampire. Okay. You go for it. What, pray tell, do you summon? Vavoid. Okay, so that's just kind of there. Except, what if it wasn't? Okay. So that works. Good. 1, 2. The question is, do we want to use the Yazi? I don't know. I know we definitely want to get the extra body on board. I think I do want to use Yazi, right? Yazi. What have we got? We've got that one banished. What attribute is Spark Dragon? Light. Try this one. Yazi gets us the Mirage Dragon. Mirage Dragon gets us the Nightback, who could Foolish again. Actually, no, its effects are negated, right? Yeah. But that gets us to this boy, who gets the Banisher card on the field. And then all we need to do is res the Yazi for game. Target cards your opponent controls. Yeah. So we banish this one. And then, yeah, all we need is literally like the last 100 attack or so. So, let's bring this guy back. And just swing in. Attack. I don't think you have anything. But you see, these are the two extremes of people that you can run across. Someone who falls over at a light breeze, and then someone who, you know, using a couple kaijus, trying to negate their whole field and everything, and it's just like, none of what you do matters. Get rid of that. And Mirage Dragon for game. There we go. That's it. That's the stream. Let me wrap things up, check the stats, open the packs, and yeah, call it a time. Right. So, let's do packs, then we'll do stats. 3 legacy tickets. Anything could be in these things. Well, figuratively speaking, it's going to be digital cardboard. Awful digital cardboard at that. Anything could be in these ones, which is a slightly more true statement. We got supposedly shiny cards. Supposedly. Extra shiny card. Well, we have shinies. That one indeed was extra shiny. Archmage card. Needs Archmages. Needs X-Sabers, and it's awful. Zerafine is neat. Happy is fine. We don't have a King Sark. I guess once we get it, we have something. Right. I can't really be complaining about getting happy. You know, it is still just a level 8 free summon. And... okay, it's not all dupes. It's a pretty damn good Altergeist link, say that. Does it make a deck? Don't think so. But it is something. Right, now the part that I'm not looking forward to. So we have played 2,304 games. Which means we played 19 games today. Let's change that for that. And won, however many did we win? We won a whole 918. We've actually done okay. How do we keep doing this? It feels so bad. Maintain that 1 in 3 rate. as best we can, for apparently we will not give it up for the life of us. I don't understand how we do it. Anyway, that's been a stream. My name is Catmonarch, and I look forward to catching you guys all on Monday. You'll have a good weekend and enjoy time in between. Goodbye for now.